First day back at school is tomorrow. It's time for a face mask, hair mask, fresh shave, fresh hair, white teeth, new tan, new nails, and new lashes. And of course, a clean room. As you can see, it's an ultimate Sunday reset, so let's get started. The first thing I start with is my hair. I start by oiling my scalp with glycolic acid and peppermint oil. This prevents dandruff and has really cleared up all those little bumps I get in my hair. Then I just go in with this peppermint scalp serum. Then I use the BioKeratin hair mask. I highly recommend getting your hair wet before you put any sort of hair mask in, because when your hair is wet, it'll suck up more nutrients. Once everything is coated and brushed through, I put castor oil on the ends of my hair, since your ends need the most attention. Then I just twist it into a little bun and hold it with a silk scrunchie. Next is face mask. This is the No Glacial Bay clay mask. All this dries, I'm going to put on a teeth whitener and clean my room. These aren't anything special, they're just the Kroger brand teeth whiteners. Okay, teeth whiteners are in. I'm going to wait like 15-20 minutes. Okay, it's been 20 minutes. Time to shower. You guys always ask what I use for hair, so this is the Pureology Hydrate Shampoo and Conditioner. For my body, I use the Isle of Paradise Cleanser, Exfoliator, and their lotion. I'll be right back when I'm done with everything. Now it's time for the fun part. I just got out of the shower, so I'm going to do my skincare first. Then for hair, I'm just going to use this leave-in conditioner. Before you tan, you want like your knees and ankles and hands all super moisturized, so I'm doing that. Especially your elbows. Okay, I'm going to let all that moisture and skincare sit for like 15 minutes before I start my tan. So now I'm going to do my lashes. These lashes are by Amaze Girl. Midnight Flash, here's the size and curl. Here's all the instructions, they're super simple. Comes with lashes, the bond and seal. It also has a remover and little eyelash tweezers. I don't usually wear lashes, but these are pretty fluffy and natural, so I think I'll like them. I'm just going to curl them first. Normally you'd put the bond on your actual lash, but I like to put them on the lash itself, like this. And then you just put it on your lash. I highly recommend these to anyone that's like a beginner, because they're just so easy to use and you just plop them right on. Okay, here's the first side, and I'm just going to lock that in place with the lash seal. Okay, lashes are all done. Now it's time to tan. This is the Coco and Eve Bali Bronzing Foam, and I also have their tanning face mist that you literally just spray on your face and it makes you tan. Obviously, I can't show you my entire tanning routine because I have to like take my clothes off. I love this tanner so much because it doesn't turn you orange because it has a green undertone, and it literally smells like pineapples. Like, ugh, I've never smelled a tanner that actually like smells good. I can't show you my whole body, but I do have their brushes. Just love how evenly this applies the product. Obviously it has a very green undertone, but when you rinse it off in the morning, it gives you the most gorgeous tan ever. These brushes just make it so easy to get everywhere. Now time for my face and hands, which I do completely separate. Just gonna get my hair out of my face. All you need is like 3 to 5 sprays, and you just coat your face. Then I just like to rub it around with their facial brush to make sure it's all even. I also use this on my hands because it's not as bold, and we all know those girls with like weird tan hands. And then I just make sure to evenly brush that around. Okay, last step is heatless curls. The only thing I do differently is use a silk pillowcase for a hair curler. It's way comfier to sleep in, and it doesn't make my hair frizzy like at all. And obviously I just wrap my hair around. Then I just tie them together in the back. Finally, I'm ready for bed. Hopefully that answered any questions you had for me. Hope y'all have a good night. I'm getting myself into bed, so peace out. Love you. Bye.